Welcome to Collective Minds, exploring perception and instinct in our shared reality.
Welcome to the Collective Minds podcast.
It's never fucking had it.
Shut no way.
Never fucking
No
had it.
way.
Like, Austin, you trying to tell something else right now?
As humans, everybody lives in the same reality. You know, we could all be in the same room together, but we perceive it differently.
All that experience, all that emotions, all the things that happen in that one life is boiled down to what we call instinct. And that's the only thing we can bring over to the next life.
You unbehave, you will be canceled.
Coincidence? Coincidence? Coincidence. There cannot be three.
Well,
all right. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to the Collective Minds podcast. Short little one today for you. I just saw this, just came up, and it's raising some red flags for me here. Donald Trump's peace plan with Iran, right? I'm sure you've seen the key points about it. Pretty much we accept them as a strong, independent nation. They could get $300 billion as long, allegedly not our tax dollars, but as long as they do what they're supposed to do. No nuclear weapons, open the strait, and still that they pretty much control it. And something about possible tolls for the strait as well hasn't been decided yet, 30 or 60 days, but point today, U.S. and Iran to talk Sunday in Switzerland as Tehran says it closed Strait of Hormuz again. So that's big news, right? Why? Why did they close it? It's because Israel is still attacking Lebanon. And I've said for a while, what I think this is, I mean, nobody likes Trump at this point unless it's the crazy neocons or your great grandpa or grandma who's stuck watching Fox News. Everyone's decided that we are occupied as a country. The U.S. is being controlled by another country, by Israel, by the Israelis, by the Zionist Jews, and even the regular Jews don't like the Zionist Jews. So it's really weird when your president goes and kisses the wall. I mean, they all do it. They all do something like it if they don't do that specifically. But this is starting to turn in a weird way, and I said it a while ago. The biggest 5D chess move, right, to really drain the swamp, and because a lot of people in our government and all of society, I mean, everyone says it's the Jews. Well, it's not the Jews, it's the Zionist Jews. Actually, they're not even Jewish. They're satanic, worshiping elites. That's what's up with the islands. That's what's up with the manipulation, molestation of countries. You know, starts with the pride parades. All of a sudden, you got transgenders, trannies, you know, reading to little kids, and then all of a sudden you're cutting off body parts of small children, making it okay. Or you could be like Canada and legally murdering them because they had a bad day, right? MAID. The way to drain it would be to get close to the people that are, you know, tainting the world, the governments, to make them believe that you are a friend, and then to expose them in some way. And right now, all of a sudden, it's a 180. Trump is making a very weird and very interesting deal with Iran. Israel hates this, okay? Our best friend, or whatever they call him, hates this because the Zionist Jews running Israel and possibly multiple other countries at the same time want to just destroy and kill these people. And that's what they've been doing. It's not about, oh, stop attacking us, we're victims. They always play that. This is about total annihilation of the country and the people in it. It's a cleanse. That's what they call it. A genetic cleanse. They want to actually, like, what they taught us Hitler and the Nazis were. That's what these people are, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to absolutely destroy. And it's because we're all goyim, right? They want to own us, they want to keep us as slaves, and they want to eat us. Because that's also part of what they do. Now, this isn't all Jews. This is just the Zionists, which they're not Zionists. They're satanic. They're devil worshippers. So making the deal with Iran pisses off Israel. Trump's saying, Israel, you're gonna stop attacking. Well, as soon as the U.S., right, looks like they're hurrying up, signs this deal with Iran, Israel's going to attack again. And they're probably going to do some horrible, genocidal, nasty attack, right? Because everyone's going to lay down their weapons. They're going to expose themselves. And then there's a good chance the entire world teams up in some sort of way, and it ends up being the end of this country. This falsified, very new country. It says U.S. and Iranian negotiators headed to a Swiss venue Saturday for talks on adding key details to their interim agreement to halt the war, hours after Tehran said it closed the Strait of Hormuz because of Israel's attacks in Lebanon, and warned that little might be achieved if the fighting doesn't stop. So that's them saying, Trump, get these people under control. How are we supposed to stop attacking when we're constantly being attacked? U.S. President Donald Trump, in response, unleashed a new threat to impose American tolls in the crucial waterway if a final deal with Iran isn't reached in 60 days, saying the money would be for services rendered as the guardian angel to the countries of the Middle East. The agreement calls for toll-free travel for 60 days. So that's, after that, that's when it's believed that Iran's going to start putting in tolls, which international waterways should not be owned. And you would think, I mean, I know it's, you know, the ocean, but we would figure out a better route some way, somehow, to not put ourselves, the entire world should work together to do it, to not put yourselves to where a country, any country, is able to control, what, a third or a fourth of the world's oil. The announcements indicated a rough start to the technical level talks that key mediator Pakistan said will begin Sunday, with Qatari mediators also participating. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance left for Switzerland on Saturday evening, just as Iranian state TV posted videos showing Iran's negotiators arriving there. They are led by Parliamentary Speaker Mohammad Khalibaf and include Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and central bank and oil officials. Among others, the deal calls for billions of dollars of Iran's assets to be unfrozen. So that's one thing too. I guess we've had their, like, money in the banks frozen for a long time, decades and decades. So that's part of the reason. If you go, I did a video about it. If you go and look back at Iran and the history of it, we've been a big bully of theirs for a long time. Now, it's hard to tell what's true and what's false, but just as an outside point of view, it's like this country gets a new leader in, the leader starts doing good or bad, depending, right? They didn't seem too bad from what I was reading, from what I understood about it. We end up funding a revolution or killing the guy and getting a new one in, and then it lasts a little while, and then they, like, get a new guy in. It's just the same repeating. We always have our fingers where they don't belong, in my opinion, when it comes to this country. And we're probably like that. The U.S. is probably like that with almost every country. Let's see. Talks were meant to start Friday, but the Iranians canceled plans to attend because of escalating fighting in Lebanon. Negotiators for the U.S. and Qatar, with help from Iran, worked out an agreement between Israel and the Iranian-backed Hezbollah militant group to tamp down hostilities, according to the U.S. and regional officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to comment publicly. Vance told reporters he would be in Switzerland for a day or two, but was optimistic about making progress in talks about Iran's nuclear program and on a ceasefire in southern Lebanon. He earlier confirmed that top negotiators, Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff, were already in Switzerland. Why is Jared Kushner there? Insane. But Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Esmail Baghaei told state TV that negotiations towards a final agreement will begin once key commitments are upheld. If they are not, the memorandum of understanding as a whole will be jeopardized. And I agree with that, right? I mean, even if you are beat to shit and can't really defend yourself, you're not just going to lay there and say, okay, I'm not going to defend myself, or I'm not going to attack back. You know, offense, defense, offense there. While you're being attacked, you're not going to lay down and die like a dog. Because what is the US going to do, right? If Iran was to lay down its weapons, so to speak, and Israel comes and stabs them in the back, like big, something huge, catastrophic, what happens then? It's very interesting, and I'm starting to think that this Israel is not going to stop, and it may cause something to happen we've never seen before. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one.